I'm Dr. Lori Owens. I'm the prelaw advisor for Jacksonville State University. And today I want to go over some of the most frequently asked questions regarding prelaw. Students are going to need a strong GPA and LSAT score to be admitted to an ABA accredited law school. So the sooner a student starts preparing for that, the better off they will be. So in other words, as a freshman, if you think you might want to go to law school, then you need to make sure you're hitting the books and that you are preparing for the law school admissions test, the LSAT. Students will need at least a 3.0 GPA, and they are also going to need to score at least above the 50th percentile on the law school admissions test to be considered for admission at an ABA law school. We do not have a pre-law major or minor at JSU because law schools advise against that. Law schools like diversity of majors. So what we encourage students to do is to major and minor in something that they excel in, that they want to major or minor in, and take classes that will challenge them in terms of critical thinking, writing, and speaking skills. There is no best major or minor for law school. There again, students need to major or minor in something that they are interested in and that they can use as a backup plan in the event that they decide not to go to law school or they are not admitted to law school. We encourage students to consider their major, but avoid the temptation to take only easy classes, as law schools know what the easy classes are, so they will disregard those when they are computing your final GPA. But there is no best major or minor. There are people that major in the social sciences, the natural sciences, nursing, the humanities, and everything in between, and all of those are fine. Well, the basic selection of a major and minor, first of all, should be your interest, and also should be practical in the event that you do not go to law school, because a lot of students decide they aren't going to law school and they may not know that till their junior or senior year. So you need to have a game plan for what your major or minor will be. But there again, regardless of your major or minor, take courses that will challenge your critical thinking, your writing skills, and your speaking skills. Regardless of your major, you should take courses that will call on you to utilize your critical thinking skills, your writing skills, and your speaking skills. So select courses that have you read a lot and give you the opportunity to expand on your writing skills, because you're going to be doing a lot of that in law school. So if rather than run from a course that requires lots of writing, we encourage you to take courses that require lots of writing. There are several things that students can do to enhance their chances of being admitted to law school. And one of the things that we direct them to is the suggested timeline that we have on our webpage. In other words, things that you need to be doing as a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. But first and foremost, you need good grades. You need at least a 3.0 GPA, and you're going to need at least score in the 50th percentile or above on the LSAT, the law school admissions test. You will need strong letters of recommendation, so we encourage you to take classes with a professor more than once so they can elaborate on your academic achievements and how qualified you might be for the rigors of law school. So you want to keep in mind what professors you would ask for a letter of recommendation if you were applying for law school. You want to take a look at what other activities that you might be involved in. They want you to have good grades, but they also will look to see if you have participated or been a leader on campus. We encourage students to do a legal internship as well, so they will have some type of experience that they can draw on for law school. Frequently, students will say, well, I have almost a 4.0 and my practice LSAT score is great. Well, guess what? Everybody else who's applying for law school has a great GPA and a great LSAT score too. Okay, so you're competing with lots of other qualified people. So anything additional that you can do would be advantageous. There are honor societies that you can join and be involved in. Is there an honors program? Is there a debate team? Are there leadership positions in clubs and organizations on campus that you can participate in? Complete an internship. Sometimes students, after they've done a legal internship, either with a judge or a lawyer, they say, well, I learned a lot from this experience, but guess what? I'm not sure I want to be a lawyer now. So any of those additional experiences can help enhance your application, because everybody who applies basically is going to have impressive credentials. At JSU, we have the Office of Undergraduate Studies and Special Programs, and one of the services that we offer is for pre-law students. And our services are free. They can sign up for an email listserv, and we will notify them of items that are relevant to them related to pre-law. And this is where we schedule the practice LSAT exams. We have guest speakers. We host visits by representatives from the accredited law schools in Alabama and the region. We have books that students can check out to help them prepare for the LSAT. We can help students as they're writing their personal essay when they apply for law school. So there's a whole host of opportunities and materials that students can draw on if they contact our Office of Undergraduate Studies and Special Programs. But they need to do that early on. They do not need to wait until their senior year to start working with us. Now, we'll help them if they contact us the senior year, but really the earlier the better, so we can put them in a better position, a stronger position, to not only apply for law school, but to receive a scholarship to law school. We have a scholarship at JSU called the Judge Dean Buttram Pre-Law Scholarship. Judge Buttram is an alum of JSU and established this scholarship several years ago. Students who are juniors and seniors are eligible for this scholarship. The award amount differs year to year, and the specifics about the requirements for the scholarship are located on our pre-law webpage and also on the scholarship webpage. So we encourage those who are eligible to please apply for that scholarship. At JSU, we provide assistance with the LSAT, which is such a crucial component to be admitted to an ABA accredited law school. We offer a free practice LSAT twice a semester. That information is always on our webpage, and we email students about the practice LSAT. We will even offer it to an individual student on request if they come to us and say, I'm taking the official LSAT in 2 weeks and I think I just need another real life setting of the practice test. We will do for that for them. We have students in a room under the same test conditions. They have to show their ID just like they would for an official LSAT, and we time them just like they would for the official LSAT. So we try to mimic the testing conditions as much as possible, since that's stressful, so we can better prepare them for the official LSAT. If you're interested in law school, regardless of your major, we encourage you to visit our website and to reach out to us so we can be of assistance to you in this endeavor.